And welcome aboard, folks, live from Studio E here in Midtown Manhattan. It's the Tuesday Fox and Friends 8 o'clock Eastern edition, and you know what happens once a week.
What?
What?
What do you mean?
We go down to our nation's capital. Before her big radio show, Laura Ingraham joins us live, and there she is.
We're so glad.
And she demands the trumpets.
How are you?
Did you hear the trumpets there?
I love the trumpets. Yeah. You guys like the new colors on USA Today? What are these big dots? I don't understand these dots. This is what really fascinates me this morning. So.
Have you got an explanation for that?
No, it's very strange. And then we moved to the green dots for the money section. Yeah. You know, it's really strange.
But of course, you never open up the red dot because that's sports, and Laura Ingraham is not a big sports fan.
Hey,
you're a big athlete.
Watch it. Yes.
Right.
She loves sports. And obviously she stayed at a hotel last night if she's got USA Today. Hey, Laura,
we're tracking you.
We want you to talk a little bit about these new Fox polls. They came out 2 hours ago here on the channel. It shows that Americans' confidence in the president and Congress has plummeted over the last decade.
You're kidding.
Yeah, that's right. But the group they have the most, you know who we have a lot of confidence in? A great deal or a good amount of confidence? The U.S. military at 93% right now. Back in 23, it was about the same number. But look at the president. He has nosedived. He's about half the country has a great deal or some confidence in him. And, of course, Congress just historically has stunk up the place. It was much better back in 2003.
Right. Well, that's just that's so typical of you, Doocy. I mean, to highlight the president's drop in popularity. Remember when the president was talking to O'Reilly? I mean, it was like, well, the cable networks are the ones who are, networks like Fox are the ones who are causing this trouble. So I expect if Jay Carney is asked about that, it'll be, the typical response. But look, you can only blame Bush or the Republicans on Capitol Hill
or
Fox for so long, and then. Yeah, or radio. Oh, sorry, that's right. The radio complex. We're part of the problem. For several years now, probably more like 12 years, most Americans think the country's going in the wrong direction. 62% of Americans think we're headed in the wrong way right now. That's staggering. For that poll number to be where it is for so long. So when you look back over the last 5 years, what has President Obama advocated? Right, that has made our lives better, and that has helped make our economy start humming again. And you can't really point to a lot, right? So they can try to blame shift on this and say, well, this is the viciousness of the current public discourse, but the fact of the matter is the country isn't going well for most people. It's going well for the upper income earners, and then if you're someone who wants to kind of be on the government dole, you have a bit of a cushion. But for the people in the middle, I was just in Ohio last week. There are a lot of people suffering. Really suffering badly, and the elites aren't in touch with those people at all.
Well, there are a lot of people that are going to be pretty ticked when it comes to this cut in the military spending here. I mean, you say almost 100% of people feel confidence in our military. So here's an idea, Chuck Hagel, why don't we cut it by 40% at a time that seems quite vulnerable in terms of global action here? What do you think?
Yeah, a couple of things on that, Elizabeth. Number one, Hagel is carrying out his boss's orders. Okay, the priorities here are not going to be to trim some of the entitlements, or gee, maybe it's really time to reform Social Security, or talk about why are so many more people on disability or food stamps? Maybe we really need to get the economy going. Maybe we need Keystone. Maybe we need to get the regs off the backs of business. No, we're going to go right to the heart of the U.S. military. And at the same time, I must say, this is what a power in decline looks like. We are a power in decline. We don't like to talk about it. It makes us uncomfortable. But when we are at the GDP levels that we've been at on average over the last 4 or 5 years, and we have the debt that we have, and we have a ballooning trade deficit with China, which went up again last year, this is what happens. At some point, the U.S. military is going to feel a major, major pinch. Right. And so for all these people who are cheerleading all these trade agreements, over the last couple of decades, we've lost a lot of ground.
And that's Republicans and Democrats. It was George Bush 41 and Bill Clinton who picked up the mantle.